Hello and welcome. Today we will be talking about the find command and how to use the command to find files and to do additional things um, to those files that you find or the directories that you find. And so here we will do which find. So we definitely have find on our machine, and I'm just going to dig into just providing some examples of how to use find to do different things. So we're going to focus on the var log directory, and we're going to look at finding different files here and directories. And um, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to search for a file called mylog in the var log directory, and we'll see that there was no results, and so there was no file of that name in the directory. So I'm going to touch a file in that directory called mylog and do another search, and now we can see that I am able to find that file. The next example I'm going to give you is using a wildcard, and so here we can do the star to find files that start with anything that end with the .log log. And we're also adding a type option here to only find files. We don't want to find any directories. And we can also see here that when it does the find and it finds results, that it's also doing a recursive search, so it's finding files that are within subdirectories as well. And so here we found a number of results for the star.log. And next we're going to look for a directory. And so now this is going to ignore all files, and it's only going to find directories. And you see that with the type D, specifying that we're searching for directories. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to use the, we're going to modify the name to add an I to make the search case insensitive. So it will find, it doesn't matter if it's uppercase or lowercase. So here we're going to do a search for star log star. So now this is going to find any file that has log in the name at all. It doesn't have to be just the end of it, because we put the additional star in here and we took out the dot. And so it's going to find all files with log in it. And we can see that there's additional files now, such as syslog and that initial file mylog that I created. And I'm actually going to create another new file. And let's see here. I'm going to actually make this one uppercase, so mylog. And then I'm going to run this search again, and we'll notice that even though this is lowercase, in my new file it's uppercase, it still found it. And if I take out the I, it does not find it because it returns it back to case sensitive, and it will only find the lowercase. And so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to search for files that have log in them. Search for files. Now I'm adding -mtime. And what this is doing is it's searching for the modified date on that file. And I'm adding a +5. And what that's going to do is it's going to find files that have a modified date that has greater than 5 days ago. And so if I updated a file recently, it would not return in the results. So if I do a search here, you can see that my search results are limited considerably to the last search based upon the date. Now, I want to see more information on these files. And so one of the ways that you can do that is when we do a search, what we can do is we can take this result and run a command against that result by using the -ex option. And so here, if I can copy and paste correctly here, copy and paste. So here now I'm going to do a similar search, and this one's going to be a case insensitive search for all the log files, and this time I'm going to run an exec to execute this command ls-al against each file that is returned. So it's literally going to take this result and plug it into this for my command. And then this backslash semicolon is the end of the command. And so now if I run this, we'll see that we're getting all the details of those individual files, but it's only for the results of my find command. It's not all the files within that directory. And so if I did the last search here that I did for time, and then I just added this exec to it, now I can see the date and time on those files are back in July. So it excluded all these recent files. And the reason that's nice is because you can use the find command to help remove older files that you don't need anymore and that you want to just get rid of, but you don't want to have to like try to find all the old files. The find command will do the search for you, and then it can also delete the files for you all in the same command. And so what you can do here, so like for example, these two files here, if I wanted to remove those, I can just say, okay, remove -force those files. But I don't have permission because those are not owned by this Vagrant user. But you can see where it tried to run and execute that command to try to remove those files. So that's a very useful feature of the find command to be able to go through and execute those commands on those. So that gives you an initial introduction to the find command, how it could be utilized, and I hope this helped you learn something today. I thank you for watching, and please subscribe. Thank you.